LEGO's gone back in time, bringing Blacktron back. There's a huge controversy over a $1,000 set, and it's time to celebrate Christmas at your Legoland. All that and much, much more on this week's Bricking News. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brickwear, my newest venture into the Eiffel merchandise, the ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brickwear brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore Eiffel or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brickwear page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brickwear, where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Lego. Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Back to
Breaking
Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow Eiffels about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you for tuning into the podcast as always. Make sure you subscribe on any of your favorite podcast listening apps, and you can also go over to the YouTube channel at Back to Brick to follow all that as we continue to expand and do some more in-depth reviews and discussions on LEGO, and you can become a patron over at our Patreon. I always like to thank our patrons that are big supporters of the podcast. They get the podcast early, very early, with no ads and some call-outs here. As you see, that I'd like to call Bellefonte Brick Studio, Jimmy Tucker, Ryan S., David, Matthew Vander Boogart, Paul Snellen, Lee Jackson, and Pop's Block Shop. Thank you all for supporting this podcast as well as the Back to Brick brand. I really appreciate your support. And you can also come support the Back to Brick brand and get some fun either discounts or different instructions and sets that I've been building and will provide for free. Just a little on the admin side, it is the week before Christmas. Christmas is weird as it's on a Wednesday, so it's going to be a shorter episode next week, but primarily talking about your shopping list for January 1st. Other than that, I hope that you are continuing to have a wonderful holiday season and have a wonderful holiday with friends and family, because that is the time right now to not only enjoy getting those LEGO gifts, but having the time with family that you might not get during the rest of the year. And that's all I really have for this week's admin. We're going to get our set review at the end of the episode, set 31154, Forest Animals, the Red Fox. And then our Rebrickable mock review is the Mystery Shack by Koosey Goosey. So I'm excited to talk about that as I love Gravity Falls, the TV show. All right, let's get into our first story for Breaking News. The talk of the LEGO town surrounds one LEGO set, well, at least a rumored LEGO set, the Death Star, because we're likely to get this as a set next October, but it's gonna cost $1,000. That is at least the rumor. Now, first off, I've always said that we're gonna get a $1,000 set, and it's just a matter of time. It's just also I called out that it'll be the Death Star. We haven't had one since 2005 for the Death Star 2, so this is likely to be the Death Star 2 or a modification of it. I have some ideas that I'm going to be talking about in a YouTube video this weekend. But having a $1,000 LEGO set is kind of crazy. We've already hit that point of 800 and 850, and I don't know. LEGO is getting really comfortable with these prices, and you know what? People will still buy it. That's the harder part, because they're going to lock out a lot of customers getting this, but it's also going to be a large set as far as we know, but it's not going to be 10,000 pieces as 10 cents per piece, probably 8,000 pieces, and come out October of next year. But there's just a bunch of controversy and discussions around it. Some discussing like the gifts with purchase. Is it going to be another, I don't know, lightsaber, because that would suck. Some maybe a current set that they already have, a special diorama, or whatever it could be. It's got to be something really impressive to make this a big sale on the first couple weeks or so. You know, talking about what this needs to have. It needs to have, you know, really great minifigures and amazing design. Should it be as big as the last one, which is pretty big, and it is big. I have the first one, and it's still built because I didn't feel like taking it apart. And it kind of is a fun build at certain times, not all the time. But in general, this is a huge discussion point for the Lego community because this is a huge step for Lego to do something like this. So I guess we'll see come October, but the rumors will continue to spread and see if there's going to be truthful ones or just ones that people continue to make up for it. We've got two other Lego Star Wars sets that are rumored. One is a buildable K2SO. Now, K2SO came in a buildable action figure style, and there have been a lot of great mocks surrounding this, but K2SO is a huge part of Andor this next season, as it also rolls right into Rogue One. So I'm excited to see this as a buildable. It'll probably be pretty tall compared to what we got for R2-D2 and C-3PO, because it is a far bigger set, and it's going to be priced at about $90. So I'm looking forward to seeing that alongside the new wave of Star Wars line. The second one is an MTT, rumored at $150. This would be a nice addition, as we've done a lot of prequels recently, but I don't think we're going to get the Episode 1 MTT where it is just in brown, because, well, brown is expensive, and I just did a MIDI MTT that I'm going to be releasing, just have to get onto the instructions, but it's likely to be the blue and gray one, similar to the polybag we got in 2012. Of the MTT. And we already had some other sets, the troop transport carrier that was a gifted purchase last year in May. And I'm excited to see this. Hopefully they do a beautifully designed one with the different angles, because it's not an easy build within angles. A lot of sloped pieces, a lot of different actions to it, and hopefully it has a really nice mechanism to roll out the droids. But I'm excited for both of those and continuing to see a lot of Lego Star Wars leaks. Some Lego City rumors. It looks like we might get the Arctic series back alongside some jungle updates. The Arctic series is one of my favorites, as there's so many really cool factors and functions of the Arctic. The last one had a woolly mammoth frozen in ice, which I thought was really cool. And these are going to be bigger ones, similar to what we saw before, as maybe a new Arctic train at $210. That's an impressive amount for a city set. And then a science truck at $110. Continue this expansion with jungle, similar functions and designs of some cool trucks, and maybe a base that would be in the jungle itself. So city is continuing to expand into those different areas. I like the city sets. I've never really bought any of them. I do like the Lego truck, and I might buy that this next year, because I think it's a really fun display piece for the transport of Lego, and especially for anyone in their city. If you have an Arctic scene, which I don't know if many people do, that's an area that would be fun to explore for people building their Lego cities, to have an Antarctic or North Pole section to have these different city sets in them. Lego has released a new short for the holidays. It's on Star Wars Kids, and it's focused all around Jabba's sail barge, and it shows Jabba and his celebration of the Christmas time. It has Han and Gribo competing in a race to see who can deliver the ideal Christmas gift to Jabba himself in order to curry favor for the Hutt gangsters. And you'll see other different areas, such as the Mos Eisley Cantina. You'll see Luke Skywalker, Uncle Owen, and all these really fun little things to call back to, of course, the fun on Tatooine, the sand planet, which we all love, and we all love sand. Who doesn't love sand? Getting into every crevice and everything. But it's a fun short video. You can find it over on YouTube. I'll post the link in the description so you can go enjoy that and have another thing to watch during the holiday season. I just watched the Star Wars Holiday Special, and I thought it was okay. The Rebuilding the Galaxy was, I think, a lot better than that, but still a fun little video to add to your Christmas collection. There's some new rumors for Fortnite for this summer. We will have probably Peely's Camp and Sparkplug, which is a set that we've been talking about for a while now, but there's a bigger one, a whopping 18 plus set for $230. This set could be something as buildable as a mech team leader, which is something I don't really know about. The Der Burger restaurant and Colombo which I think Columbo is one of the creatures, six-legged creatures in like a purplish color, but it's already from the game, so it might be an exact replica of that. But I like it. The Fortnite sets are definitely something that a lot of people have enjoyed, so their continued expansion to have these sets like this, I think will be a wonderful addition to fans of the game, and as they continue to expand the game, we'll probably get more and more sets like this. Walmart is getting another exclusive set. They just had one for the gift with purchase of $50 or more that you could get a pod racer for your diorama of the pod racing. And it looks like we're going to get a Fast and the Furious car. And it's focused on a female character. Lego is working with Tongle to produce some stop motion videos, and they're already featuring the Nissan Skyliner GTR. But what is this one going to be? I'm not exactly sure. There are quite a few memorable vehicles, such as the Honda Civic and the Nissan 240SX. So we could see some of these fun sets, and for collectors and fans of Fast and Furious, this is going to be some sets that they're probably going to get. Lego seasonal sets have been out for a while, but the ballerina one has already been sold out. But another one that you can get still is the seasonal Christmas picture frame, and the gift and purchase is $70 or more. But they've brought back also the Fortnite brickheads build, and having both of these is a great way to continue getting more gifts before the holiday. The Christmas picture frame looks great, and I think it's fun to add a Christmas photo to it. I just don't see me actually using it. I have a lot of other Lego sets that I need to put on the wall and a lot of Lego artwork. So yeah, this might take a back burner for me, but for the others, it's fun to get more and more gifts with purchase. So you can head over to your Lego store to get those. Wicked has been a smash hit. It's over $500 million, which is the most for any, I think, musical and a Broadway show adaptation. And the next one is supposed to come out, because it was part one. Part two is November 21st, 2025. And we already had some Lego sets coming out, but it looks like we're going to get some more. And there's even a rumored one of a $150 set for an 18 plus. I really hope it's in a minifigure style instead of a doll style, but I guarantee it's probably going to be a doll style of them. There's a range of other sets from $40 to $90 or to $80. Not sure exactly what they are, but if you think about part two, what some of those might be, I won't give anything away. I have seen the play and I've read the book. Don't read the book. Please don't read the book. It's terrible and it has nothing to do with the movies and the show. But there will be some fun additions that they could add to this line. So that'll be a great idea to continue this expansion, as the success in the theaters has showed that, well, it sells. Lego has officially revealed a brand new spaceship. This is Blacktron Renegade. This is a callback to a classic space series. It's going to be released on January 1st. It's 1,151 pieces and $99.99. I usually say $100. I don't know why I did. This is a remake of the 1987 set of the same name, 6954. And it's a really cool design. It looks to be about the same size as the classic spaceship that they came out with before. And it has a modular design to it, so you can pull off the front sections, the rear sections. It's got two drones that look like the Blacktron symbols of the three triangles. And I love the set overall. I think it's going to be a wonderful callback to the classic space. And at $100, it's a nice price point. And they've done discounts on the spacecraft or the spaceship before, so this one might get that as well. And it looks to actually work with the gift with purchase that came out last year for the Blacktron Cruiser, and it has the same hexagon section, so the modular pieces can connect all together. It has a really cool drop rover in the middle, so you can press this little lever in the back that'll push it down and drop it out, so it can land on the surface without having to have the space shuttle, the spaceship land on the surface. Look for that January 1st alongside a lot of others, which we'll talk about next week. But they even had additional builds where you can do some rover action or walkers, that can land on the surface as well. The rover, and it's in that classic black and yellow that we all love from the series. So definitely something to probably be a purchase day one in January to enjoy this set. There was a great article that came out from Fast Company talking about Lego and their IP problem. Lego has gone crazy with their IPs. We've got Marvel, we've got DC, we've got some other one, Jurassic World, just continued more and more. And some of the issues that they brought up is that, well, not all the sets are great. They have to, continue to put out more and more of these IP sets. But similar to one in particular they called out is the Marvel sign. They could have done something completely different as an art piece, but $100 is already way too much. And having the minifigures pop out is really cool, just not necessary. I don't think that they did a really great job with it overall. That's just me nitpicking. Everybody has their own opinions on it, but they've had their own great themes before. Bringing them back would be great. Like Ninjago has been one of the biggest success. Minecraft is another IP that has worked well. Star Wars also, but then like architecture and the botanical series, those are things that Lego has excelled at recently, and I think they can continue to excel at if they get back to those more than ever. IP though is the way to go for getting that nostalgia pool. Those people interested in it, especially adults, because adults are very focused on getting the things that they've loved through their childhood. So I've actually posted the link in the description so that you can find out if you agree with them as well, because it's a great little read and understanding how Lego and IP have become so intertwined that it might be a problem here in the future. A Lego store has opened in Lisbon, Portugal. Now, I say that they do already have a Lego store, and I've been there, but this one is their newest airport one in their Lisbon airport. It's in Terminal 1. I love an airport store because, well, who doesn't want to build while they're waiting for their flight? So this is a fun store to go and check out, but unfortunately, you have to get a ticket to go in, I'm pretty sure, which kind of sucks because I would love to go into all these airport stores and purchase something, and I think they have their own stamps, so that just creates another challenge if I'm continuing to try to get as many stamps as I possibly can. But if you're in the Lisbon airport, go check it out. The Art of the Brick is coming to DC. And if you've never heard of the Art of the Brick, it's traveled all over the world with some amazing designs. And millions and millions of bricks by Nathan Sawya. And he's just extremely famous in the Lego community for being a master builder and creating some epic pieces of art, continuing to add throughout the years some great designs. I actually will be attending, and it'll be on, I think, February 1st will be the day that I will be going. So if anyone wants to hang out and check it out with me, I will be doing a full breakdown video of it because I love these events. I did one once in Pittsburgh with my mom, and they have little building experiences. Great for the whole family to see some of these amazing designs and builds. So hopefully we'll be able to see some of you there. And if you're in the DC area and you'd like to go, I think it's here for about 3 or 4 months. So you should go and check out all 130 different pieces of art there. Being the holiday season, there's got to be some Christmas trees. I've actually built my own Lego Christmas trees. I have 2. One small one that's behind my desk during my videos, and then I have a full-scale one over by the television. And Legoland is not doing a small one. They're doing a massive one at 35 feet tall. It consists of over 364,000 bricks and took Lego Master Builders over 3,000 hours to build. A 34-foot tree is impressive. It looks just like, well, of course, a Lego-built tree, and they've done some great tree lighting ceremonies, and they have different events. And this takes place in all 3 of the ones in the United States. Not sure about the ones in different countries, but we've got Florida, New York, and California. And Florida even has some Christmas parades, and you can meet some of the Christmas minifigures. Really fun and something to challenge myself. Maybe I'll try to figure out how to build a 35-foot tall tree. No idea where I'd put it, but it definitely is a impressive feat and something to behold. Lego Fortnite is coming out with their holiday Winterfest and expected to come out in a few days now. And it looks like we'll probably get some for Lego as well. So expect some holiday characters, maybe even from Elf or some other of your favorite holiday films made into Lego. So make sure to check that out for the latest update from Fortnite to see what Lego will be coming out with. Lego Horizon has had some mixed reviews, and specifically that the game is far too short for the price. Well, if you want to get it cheaper, it seems that we're getting some of those over at Amazon. The PS5 dropped down to $33, which is almost a 50% reduction in price, and the Nintendo Switch has dropped down to $40. I'm likely to see this continue to fall as reviews are not as great and the gameplay is just not what you'd expect. So they are going to continue to decrease with this price. I'm expecting to see it at least sub $20 in maybe a month or two. So if you want to get this and you haven't yet, well, hopefully if you did get it, I apologize because you spent $60 on a game that just wasn't what you expected. You can get it for cheaper now over at Amazon. And that's all the breaking news we have this week, folks. Thank you for tuning in. As you can see, it was a shorter week as it is just before Christmas. Next week will probably be even shorter. But I love that you all have spent the time with me to learn a little bit about what you may have missed. I hope that you enjoy this coming holiday season as Christmas and Christmas Eve and your time with family and friends. Now make sure you go over and subscribe and also check out the Back to Brick YouTube channel as I'm really trying to grow there and show that I'm just going to be a permanent installation in the LEGO community. Now we're going to move on to our set reviews. First set is 31154, the Forest Animals Red Fox. Now this set is a 9+ set at 667 pieces. You'll get 325 insiders points, and it has a rating from 51 people of 5 stars, and it'll cost you $50. Here's the thing, it will ship in 60 days. That is an impressive wait time because it's just such a popular set. Now, this was made by Aaron, who is a Lego master for, I think he also did the holiday special recently, and he was Lego master in season 1, has become a Lego employee and designer. He does an amazing job with animals, and this animal is no different. We've got a beautifully designed fox with the white chest piece and the stretch of orange, dark orange that they've used instead of a red color for the fox. It has a little stump section with a little pine tree as well, and it looks like a fox. It's not super rudimentary. It looks exactly like what you think a fox would look like. It's got the bushy tail, the perked up pointed ears, and a fun smiling face with the different fur and elements to make it not almost like greebly, but for an animal sense. And of course, being that it's a animal set for Creator 3-in-1, you're going to get 3 different animal builds. And that takes a lot more creativity to build 3 different things out of the same pieces. And he builds a barred owl, or like a reddish brown owl, because that's most of the pieces, with a larger tree that you can actually put the owl on top of the tree, and a squirrel. Squirrel is super cute. It comes with a little acorn that he carries around, and it looks just like a squirrel. Same thing, big rounded bushy tail and the white belly to it. Just an amazing design and feat. I love this set. $50 is not that much for something that's designed just like this and over 667 pieces. So go out and buy this. 60 days is a wait, but I think it's worth the wait. Our Rebrickable mock review is the Mystery Shack by Coosey Goosey, and it's a $13.99 PDF at 3,874 pieces. Now, this one, I don't actually know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was submitted into Lego Ideas and was rejected. They've been rejected multiple times. But if you've ever seen Gravity Falls, this show is just fantastic. Super fun, made for kids and adults. And the shack just looks exactly like it. It has an interior with the different kooky style of sails that are things that for sale in the store, and then the upstairs has the kids' room and the workshop or the office space, living room downstairs, and the bathroom, of course, and the Yeti figure and different creatures that are all part of a strange world of Gravity Falls. Minifigures are great. There's a Indian totem pole outside, the Mystery Shack sign on the roof with some mossy greebles, and the S from Shack has fallen. And then there's the little golf cart that rides around in the area for the kids. Honestly, such a great set. I love the design. At 3,874 pieces, it's going to be a big set, but it's definitely something that any Gravity Falls fan would love. And I'm so surprised LEGO hasn't chosen this yet as a set. I really think that they would have a winner with this. All right, everyone, that's all I have this week. Thank you so much for tuning in again, and make sure to come back to talk about all our January sets come next week. All right, I'll leave you, as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.